In this podcast episode, Ben Shapiro delves into a variety of pressing topics, including the ongoing political tensions surrounding President Trump and Elon Musk, the implications of recent legislation, and the controversial actions of climate activist Greta Thunberg as she embarks on a journey to Gaza. Shapiro begins by discussing the big, beautiful bill currently under negotiation in the Senate, which has sparked a heated debate among Republicans. He highlights the divide within the party, with fiscal conservatives like Senator Ron Johnson expressing concerns over the bill's spending levels, which maintain the high spending established during the Biden administration. On the other hand, some Republicans, such as Senator Josh Hawley, argue that the bill cuts spending too drastically, particularly regarding Medicaid work requirements. This internal conflict reflects a broader struggle between idealism and pragmatism within the GOP. The discussion shifts to the fallout between Trump and Musk, with Musk publicly criticizing the spending bill on social media, calling it a disgusting abomination. Shapiro speculates on the reasons behind Musk's outburst, suggesting it may stem from his recent departure from the administration and the bill's implications for electric vehicle tax credits, which benefit Tesla. The tension between Musk and Trump illustrates the complexities of their relationship as both figures navigate the political landscape. Returning to the topic of the spending bill, Shapiro argues that while the bill does not cut spending back to pre-pandemic levels, it is essential for Republicans to recognize the political realities they face. With a slim majority in the House and Senate, he questions whether there is sufficient support for significant spending cuts. He posits that the current political climate necessitates a compromise that may not align with the idealistic goals of some conservatives. Shapiro also critiques the broader implications of government spending, noting that the underlying issues of Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security remain unaddressed. He argues that the American public's short-term thinking regarding debt and spending will ultimately lead to a crisis, and he calls for a more serious approach to fiscal responsibility. The conversation takes a turn as Shapiro discusses Greta Thunberg's recent decision to travel to Gaza, where she aims to raise awareness about the humanitarian situation. He characterizes Thunberg as an obnoxious brat who has leveraged her platform to promote radical leftist causes. Shapiro highlights the absurdity of her actions, likening her journey to a pleasure cruise and questioning the sincerity of her activism. Thunberg's trip is framed as part of a larger narrative in which she aligns herself with pro-Palestinian sentiments, calling for the dismantling of Zionism. Shapiro criticizes her rhetoric, arguing that it promotes anti-Semitism and undermines the complexities of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. He emphasizes that her actions are not only misguided, but also dangerous, as they contribute to a growing trend of left-wing anti-Semitism. Shapiro also addresses the media's role in perpetuating narratives that align with Thunberg's views. He points to recent incidents where the media uncritically reported claims from Hamas regarding civilian casualties, highlighting the dangers of misinformation. He argues that the media's failure to verify facts contributes to a climate of hostility and misunderstanding surrounding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The podcast further explores the implications of these narratives on public perception and policy. Shapiro contends that the media's portrayal of events in Gaza often lacks nuance and fails to acknowledge the complexities of the situation. He calls for a more responsible approach to journalism that prioritizes accuracy over sensationalism. Shapiro shifts gears to discuss immigration policy, particularly in light of recent events in Boulder, Colorado, where a radical Islamist was arrested for attacking a pro-Israel rally. He criticizes the current administration's immigration policies, arguing that they have allowed individuals who harbor anti-American sentiments to enter the country. Shapiro emphasizes the need for stricter immigration controls and a focus on national security. He highlights the recent arrest of 2 Chinese nationals charged with smuggling a potentially dangerous fungus into the U.S., framing it as a failure of the immigration system. Shapiro argues that the Democrats' focus on targeting ICE agents detracts from the real issues at hand, such as the need to protect American citizens from threats both foreign and domestic.